Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick, and this is the bottom of the stream.
You forgot what you were going to say then, didn't you?
This is our weekly news and chat show,
It is.
where we go into chat news.
Chat news
chat,
and Netflix
chat,
news and Netflix stuff.
and movie news.
Movie news.
And just have a good time.
We do. We enjoy this episode.
It's just lovely to be here.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I love doing The Wave. I love doing the movie show, but I also love doing The Wave. I love doing bottom of the stream. It's great, isn't it? I love you.
It is great. I love you too. What a loving.
How are you?
Great.
Any gossip?
My wife
Yes.
has got braces currently
Yes, she has.
because she's having her teeth done. And she went for an appointment today. And do you know what happened? I didn't even think this was a thing.
What?
That happened. She had her teeth shaved.
Oh.
And they're not even hairy.
Has she not got hairy teeth? Oh, that must hurt. Did it hurt?
She was like, I couldn't feel it, but it felt really weird.
That's made my
Like, my whole head was, like, shaking.
That's made my teeth vibrate. I don't like that idea. Ooh.
I don't like it either.
How much longer has she got to wear these braces for?
Probably to end of the summer type.
It's annoying me that she can't eat curry because I really want to go for a curry. I imagine it's annoying you as well.
I'm not that much of a curry. I like a curry, but I'm not, like, a massive curry.
Nor am I, to be fair, but I am kind of... I think it's because I've been on a diet. I'm kind of craving one.
Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, teeth shaved, but all okay.
Good. I'm glad. How's the building work going?
Fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, no,
Well
well,
done.
yeah, just waiting for the new stuff to arrive, and then
Excellent.
they can put it all in. And...
Good.
Happy days. Have an opening ceremony or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely. We need to
Work something out.
have some food or something.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, if you're a Patreon, you would have had a bonus episode.
Yeah, we've just recorded a bonus episode. I don't. When should we put that out? Probably
we'll
as
work
soon
it.
as.
I don't know.
Maybe put it out over the weekend.
About the
Be out before
Razzies.
Yeah, we thought we'd do some Razzie nominations. That's more our wheelhouse, isn't it? Than the
I would say
Oscars.
so.
Plus, there was a couple of Netflix films that got nominated. So.
Yes, quite a few.
Yeah, that was good.
But
So I enjoyed that. So if
there
you
are
wanna...
also some in the Oscars, which we'll talk about in a
definitely.
little while.
So if you want to join the Patreon, there'll be a link in the bio.
Yeah.
Do that.
Well, come and find us in Discord as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's more stuff afoot coming soon.
Discord's
it's just
great.
nice to have a chat.
That Discord is great. I love that community. There's always somebody talking in there. It's brilliant. Just talk about whatever we want.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
It's a safe space.
It is
It's
a safe
free
space.
space.
It's a free space. Should we do some news?
Let's do it.
Didn't ask how I was, but fine.
Are you alright?
I'm good.
You had a good week?
Yeah, I'm all good, thanks. Yeah, it was good.
What have you been up to?
Been on a treadmill.
Yeah?
Yeah, bit. I've used it every day this week till today.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. I hate it. Hate every single minute of it, but I'm just going to stick with it.
That's what you got to do.
Never done exercise before. It's weird. But yeah, other than that, I'm good. Thank you for asking. Should we do some Netflix news?
Let's start with some Netflix news.
Cool. What we got?
All of Us Are Dead
Okay. I still haven't got around to starting it yet.
is already the third most popular. I don't like how it's phrased here.
No.
This website phrases it as a foreign debut. I would say non-English language.
Yes.
Behind only Money Heist and Squid Game in its first 28 days.
That's impressive, isn't it, really?
And it's only been out a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it has. Still got a couple of weeks left.
I finished the first episode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had to split it into two because they're all like an hour and a quarter long.
I must admit, I think if you hadn't have told me that, I'd have started by now. But I haven't. I think you might have put me off it a little bit.
Well, I know I'm in this position now where I've gone, well, I can't leave it halfway through.
No.
I know at some point I will get back to it, but I've not rushed back. And I really liked the first episode.
Okay. But
It feels like a big commitment.
it is over an hour an episode is a big commitment.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I'm going to carve out that time from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But the zombies are cool, good makeup. I enjoyed what I saw.
I think I would really enjoy it. I'm definitely going to get to it. I think it's just finding the time, like you say, finding the time to get to it is a big thing.
361 million hours watched so far since its debut.
Excellent. Which is a lot, but when you consider Squid Game's 1.6 billion,
It's
just phenomenal. That's still phenomenal that happened.
But it's a stronger debut than, for example, Lupin Part 1.
Elite.
Everyone was all about that.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, it's just behind 3 seasons of Money Heist and obviously Squid Game.
Money Heist, another one I need to get to. Funny how season 3, 4, and 5 are the top 3, not 1 and 2. So people must be watching more of that. Cool. Good news. Good for them.
I've gone a bit all over the house in terms of order because we're flipping over to some Disney Plus news.
That's fine. Not a problem.
Did you know? I didn't realise this.
Yeah.
Talking about the Oscars. Disney Plus, we've mentioned this before. Why doesn't Netflix do this? Disney Plus have stolen a march because last week they did a live stream
Oh, right. Okay.
on their channel.
Netflix never do that. I don't know
No.
if they've ever done it.
Well, we talked about it for
Yeah.
like post shows and just, a news show or whatever. Disney did it with the Oscar nominations.
Oh, that was live on Disney Plus, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
They released a statement saying, "We are pleased with the results and will continue to test as part of our ongoing and iterative approach to deliver the best user experiences to consumers."
Disney Plus is becoming a bigger and better thing every week, isn't it? It has more and more appeal every week we talk about it. There's more and more stuff on there. I think it's really...
It's growing. I mean...
Growing, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
They dropped these little diamonds as well. Like, no one seems to know that this was happening, but they dropped just a couple of days ago, actually, The King's Man.
Yeah, that only came out
For
in the
free.
cinemas like in January.
They've done that a couple of times because they did it with Free Guy, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
As well. And they've also announced that West Side Story will be there from the start of March.
But that's really quick.
But yeah, The King's Man is a real quick turnaround.
Yeah, that came out like earlier this year. I'm sure it did. I'm going to watch that because I really enjoyed the other two Kingsman films.
But
I'm definitely going to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do seem to be more...
Going fast and hard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They seem to be getting the pounce on Netflix every so often, don't they?
Yeah.
Next.
Did you pick up in the news this week, this was quite a big story here in the UK, that Kirsty Allsop, who's a very posh TV presenter over here, tells rich people how to buy a house, had said that young people could easily afford to buy a house if they just gave up like Starbucks and Netflix.
She's a twat.
Absolutely. A massive bellend.
Yeah.
And someone's done some maths.
Okay.
I like a good bit of maths, and I love a graph.
Yeah.
Well, someone has a guy called Nathan Bickerton. Let's give him the credit.
Yeah.
Has made a map of the UK showing exactly how many years you would have to cancel your Netflix for in order to buy a sweet house based on the average house price. In London, you would have to go 4,307 years without Netflix to afford your house. That's 53 lifetimes.
What was she even thinking? Why would you say something like that? You're just going to get pulled apart.
Cheapest place, Northeast England.
Okay.
Only 1,232 years.
That's not bad. She's ridiculous. She's a ridiculous human.
Absolute posh scumbags, I tell you.
They just don't live in the same world as people, do they? Yeah. It's crazy. I love that he's he's got graphs and maps and everything. What a hero. Give him it's at Nathan Bickerton on Twitter. Give him a follow.
Oh, Housewife's favourite.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, what? All right. Second.
Okay, thanks.
Housewife's favourite.
Yeah.
Rege Jean Page.
Yep.
Caused a lot of excitement this week because he announced a new starring role in a Netflix show.
Oh, okay.
And then people were disappointed because it's only his voice.
Oh.
He is narrating.
I want to see this guy.
He is narrating a new nature documentary on Netflix.
He's the new Attenborough.
Do you know what? He's got a lovely voice.
He could be the new Attenborough.
He's got to go and do his naturalist.
No, he hasn't. David Attenborough at the minute is
surely.
just a voiceover artist, isn't he?
Hey, you pull in some sweet money doing those voiceover
Definitely.
artists. Works. Yes, a new documentary series which lands on Netflix 3rd of March. Go back up because you've gone past the title.
Sorry.
Surviving Paradise, a family tale. It focuses on the Okavango Delta, which is described as a vast oasis isolated by unforgiving desert. It says, big cats appear to reign here, but in reality, the fate of every creature, great and small, is intertwined.
Are you going for his job?
I fancy some voiceover work.
You'd be good at voiceover work, I reckon.
Bring it on.
I get words mixed up too.
Give me some narration to do.
Cool, I will do.
Voice for hire.
I will do that. I think you could do that.
Yeah, Netflix has done a 6-way.
Oh,
and they came out on top.
Good.
A 6-way bidding battle.
Oh, wow.
For the rights to turn a short story called Backwards into a movie was won by Netflix.
Okay.
Sean Levy is going to direct. He directed Free Guy. He's part of the production company who does Stranger Things for Netflix.
Okay.
And yeah, they have nailed and nabbed the rights to this story. A dying father chooses a method to extend his life that involves reverse aging in a de-aging facility. Appointed to be his caretaker is his estranged daughter, and as the years peel off, they are able to get to the core of where they went wrong, as the father relives the memories of different portions of his life and experiences, which made him an unlikable person.
That sounds awesome. That's a great.
It sounds
synopsis.
a bit Benjamin Button, but a bit more sci-fi.
Yeah, sci-fi Benjamin Button. That's what we want.
I mean, they got to bag a good cast for that, and I might be more interested.
Yeah, I like the synopsis. The thing with Benjamin Button is that's quite an old film now.
Yeah, it is.
And nobody's ever really done it again. There's film ideas get copied all the time.
That's true.
But nobody's ever really copied that, have they?
Well, yeah, and so I guess giving it a bit of a more sci-fi twist might be quite interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for that. He's a funny looking chap, but I'm excited for that.
21 Laps is the production company. Can I just read off what they've got on the go at the minute?
Yeah, go for it.
So the Adam Project,
which
is coming to Netflix.
Yeah. That's the one about me.
The 4th season of Stranger Things.
Yep.
Cheaper by the Dozen, the remake for Disney Plus.
Okay.
Crater, which is also going to Disney Plus. A Night at the Museum animated series, also going to Disney Plus. All the Light Which We Cannot See. I think we've mentioned that before.
Yeah, I think we have.
As a Netflix movie. Shadow and Bone Season 2.
Okay.
And a show called Rosaline for Hulu.
Jeez. They're busy people. That's like Ryan Murphy needs to start working with them. It's good that they work for Disney Plus, Netflix and Hulu. They don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll look forward to that. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think so. We'll keep our eyes open for that one.
Definitely.
One for you.
Oh.
Trailer has dropped.
Yep.
A couple of days ago for the remake of is it a remake? It's a second adaptation, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think it's a remake.
They're not really remaking the movie. It's the second adaptation of the Stephen King story novel, Firestarter.
The trailer's awesome.
It's a good trailer.
It's a great trailer. Yeah. I'm really excited for this. I'd forgotten it was coming, if I'm honest.
Zac Efron's in it.
Yeah. I was saying in the Discord the other day, it makes me uncomfortable and makes me feel old when actors jump a generation.
Oh, okay.
So he's gone from the funny, goofy kid.
So he's not Troy in High School Musical anymore.
And then he became the college jock dude, didn't he? After that, and now he's dad with a kid.
Yeah.
At some point in our lives, Zac Efron's going to be playing granddads.
That's life, man.
Yeah, I know, but it freaks me out. I don't like it. I used to watch Raising Hope on, I think it was on Sky somewhere.
Right.
And one of the Goonies played a grandma in that. And I didn't like it.
Because they're animated or trapped in the suspended animation.
Exactly, yeah.
As a
movie, you just look at the Goonies and they're just still young, but they're not. Oh. They're older than us.
Yeah.
A lot older.
Loads older. This is Blumhouse's first Stephen King adaptation.
Yeah, Blumhouse and King seems like a marriage made in heaven to me.
For schlocky King?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for schlocky.
Schlock.
There's a lot of schlocky King out there you could work with.
Yeah, true.
Some of his lesser known and shorter stories, they could have a lot of fun with.
Check out the trailer. It looks cool.
Great. It's a great trailer. Firestarter's a really good story as well. It's not just a good,
It is a great book.
It's a great book. That's what I'm getting at. It's not just like a schlocky...
I don't know if I've ever seen the
I think I have, but a very long time
It's
ago.
A young Drew Barrymore, isn't it?
It is, yeah. A very, very long time ago. It's from the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it... Because is it King's second novel? Is that right? Second or third?
Carrie was first, and then Salem's Lot, and then The Shining, I believe. So I think it's fourth.
Okay.
Just before The Stand.
Right.
I think I might be wrong.
Okay. May, I think this arrives.
The girl who's playing the Firestarter looks great as well. I think she's going to be
Sydney
really
Lemon.
Yep.
I believe is her name.
You believe. You just read it. Next.
Don't puncture the illusion.
We don't illusion on here. We talk straight facts.
Ugly Betty.
Yep.
Herself, America Ferrera.
Who is not in the slightest bit of an ugly.
No, she's beautiful.
She's a beautiful lady.
And Harley Quinn herself, Margot Robbie.
Another beautiful lady.
And the driver himself, Ryan Gosling.
A beautiful man with a great surname.
Have all signed to a movie.
That's a beautiful
Does
cast.
that make you excited about the movie?
Yes.
What if I told you it is the movie version of Barbie?
Not so much now, I'm not going to lie. Who's playing Barbie?
Well, they're all on board.
They're all playing Barbie.
They're all on board to the movie.
Is Ryan Gosling playing Ken? Because that's inspired casting if that's happening.
I think he looked like a great
He looks
Ken.
just like Ken.
It's directed by Greta Gerwig. These are all proper film people. And we're getting Barbie the movie. I'm on board. I think they're going to go a bit wacky with this.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I've got some high hopes.
Yeah.
It's co-written by Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach,
which is a great name.
Yeah,
Baumbach.
This is not going to be surely a straightforward, chintzy, hyperactive Barbie movie.
No, not with Margot Robbie on board.
Yeah. I think we're getting something a bit quirky.
You're going quirky and crazy with that, aren't you? She's producing as well, so she's involved. She's in the room.
You just want to see Ryan Gosling as Ken.
Definitely. Do you think he'll have the smooth area?
The mound.
The mound.
Oh, I don't think he's going to whack his mound out in the Barbie movie.
CGI mound. He might do. That's what Ken's most famous for. One of the Chris's has done something.
Chris Pine. I think he was middle range Chris in our rankings. I think he was,
Chris.
Yeah. He is going to make his directorial debut.
Is he the one in Avatar?
No, that's still Sam Worthington. Chris Pine's the one out of Star Trek.
Yep.
And Wonder Woman.
I know the dude.
Yeah, he's going to star and direct Pool Man. World's worst superhero.
Is he a swimming pool superhero or a pool table superhero?
Oh, good question.
It's like he's got snooker cubes for arms, and he can fire pool balls out of his fingers.
And he does plays bets as well. I don't think it's any of those, unfortunately. Okay. Well, but he's putting a good cast together because he is co-starring in this with Annette Bening.
Oh, wow!
Pretty much Hollywood royalty,
definitely.
And the absolute legend that is Danny DeVito,
who's definitely Hollywood royalty.
Pine also co-wrote the script. He plays Darren Barronman. Which I really like saying. Darren Barronman.
Darren Barronman.
A hapless dreamer and would-be philosopher who spends his days looking after the pool of the Tahitian Tiki apartment block in sunny Los Angeles. He also crashes city council meetings with his neighbours Jack and Diane, played by DeVito and Benning. I don't know, it kind of feels like it's got a bit of Lebowski about it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? There's going to be goofy again. When he says looks after the pool, is he like a lifeguard or
he's a pool man?
A pool man, so cleaner.
I took it more to be sanitary and cleaning, but he could have a bit of lifeguarding to him. It says when Barronman uncovers the greatest water heist in LA history since Chinatown, he makes uneasy alliances with a beautiful and connected femme fatale while following every lead he can with corrupt city officials, burnt out Hollywood types and mysterious benefactors, all in the name of protecting his precious Los Angeles. That has kind of intrigued me.
That's quite intriguing.
I'm up for a bit of a noir crime caper, and because that's basically what Lebowski is.
Yeah, it is.
Just with a comedic twist.
I love the line, greatest water heist in history since the last one.
Chinatown's one of my favourite movies of all time, by the way.
Donkey's years.
Absolute stone cold classics. Nicholson at his best, height of his powers. Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah, I'm up for that as well. I like the Chris.
I want to see DeVito shirtless.
DeVito. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Lounging around the pool.
Who doesn't? Oh, massive picture of Timothée Chalamet's just appeared on the screen. Awesome.
Oscar nominations.
Oh, we're going to do a bit on the Oscars?
Just a little bit. We'll hit some of the top headlines.
Okay.
Can't even speak. Just go right down. We'll just
go right
to the list.
There we go.
Best Picture. When did the Oscar nominations, by the way, expand? Because you used to get 4 or 5, didn't you? And now it's 10.
So I was reading about this
the
other day. So apparently at the beginning of COVID, they extended it to 8 that year.
Right.
And then last year, it was allowed between 8 and 10.
Okay.
And this year they've gone, it's got to be 10.
Well, it's just stupid. Because is it not just a selling point so more movies can go, we're Oscar nominated?
So their official reasoning is it makes them more diverse. Because they can have films that wouldn't normally have been nominated.
That's not...
It's bollocks.
That is not how numbers work.
If we have 10,
still be diverse with 5
If we have 10, we
pictures.
can nominate black people. That's basically what they're saying.
Absolutely disgraceful.
The Oscars is a disgrace anyway, let's be honest.
Ugh. I kind of don't want to do this now. Fine. Best Picture. Belfast.
Yep.
Coda.
Yep.
Don't Look Up. I can't believe Don't Look Up is fine. It's not that good. It's not one of the best pictures of the year.
There's been a lot of controversy this week that Don't Look Up has been nominated and the new Spider-Man film hasn't. Because the new Spider-Man film is oodles of time better than Don't Look Up. And as a better film than Don't Look Up, not just because it's a superhero film.
Drive My Car.
Yep.
Dune.
Yep.
King Richard.
Yep.
Licorice Pizza.
Yep.
Nightmare Alley.
Yep.
The Power of the Dog.
Yep.
West Side Story.
I don't think there's anything too surprising in there. I think that's what everybody was expecting. I think they're the 10 films that everybody predicted would get nominated.
Why is West Side Story just in there because it's Spielberg?
Yes.
Because it's a remake of a film that is already a classic.
Yeah, and it's not supposed to be very good either. So
there's already a... Oh, we just don't need it. Anyway, keep going.
I know Marvel films are never going to be nominated, but there's films in there that are not as good as Spider-Man No Way Home.
Best Director's only 5.
Yeah.
Kenneth Branagh for Belfast.
Yep.
Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza. Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog. Ryosuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car. And Steven Spielberg for West Side Story. I think that's pretty similar to the BAFTAs with the addition of Steven Spielberg.
Yes, I think you're right. I've got a question about the Oscars.
Please.
So the Oscars do Best Actress and Best Actor.
Yep.
Why do they not do Best Male and Female Director?
Good question.
Should they go like the Brits and just do Best Acting Person?
I think so.
Should they have in a category of Best Male or Female Director?
It's because you want a couple of acting
awards
to give out, isn't it? Because going by their workings that we've just been through for Best Picture, surely you can just put the 5 best actors and the 5 best actresses in one acting category and say which one's the best actor.
Yeah. That's what they should be doing.
Yeah.
That's what all awards ceremonies should be doing these days, in my opinion.
But that doesn't suit them for this.
No.
So they won't do it. Best Actress, Jessica Chastain, The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Olivia Colman, The Lost Daughter. Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers. Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos. And Kristen Stewart for Spencer.
I love that Olivia Colman keeps getting nominated every year now.
I will get to The Lost Daughter at some point.
Yeah, same, I will as well.
It's supposed to be great.
Yeah. I love that woman so much. I think she's the best. The best of everything.
Best Actor, Javier Bardem, Being the Ricardos. Benedict Cumberbatch, The Power of the Dog. Andrew Garfield in Tick, Tick, Boom. That's not the DJ Jazzy Jeff biopic. Should be.
This guy should be in it.
Will Smith for King Richard and Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth.
There's 5 top actors in that category. That's a hard one to pick. Although you don't like Cumberbatch, do you? Not his fan.
Leaves me cold. We've been through this.
We have.
Garfield's supposed to be great in that musical.
Yeah.
Again, I need to get around to it. Do we want to do any more? We happy?
I'm happy. If you're happy, if you don't want to do any more.
They're the main ones, aren't they?
Yeah. Who's going to win?
What? Everything?
Yeah.
I will say, I think Belfast. It's Kenneth Branagh. It's black and white. It's got some music in it. I think it ticks a lot of boxes for
all of the
voters.
boxes, doesn't it? It really does. For me, it's between Belfast and The Power of the Dog.
Yeah, they love a Western. It's the American.
I think it's going one
classic,
one way or the other. Maybe you give it to The Power of the Dog and give Kenneth Branagh it for Best Director.
Yeah, maybe.
Spielberg's not getting anywhere near it.
No, it's Spielberg's done a film.
Yeah. Olivia Colman got one a couple of years ago. She ain't getting it. Any of the others could. Look at those names.
Yeah.
Penelope Cruz, Nicole Kidman, Kirsten Stewart, Jessica Chastain.
I feel Nicole Kidman could be a strong contender. I don't think she's gone home with a little man. Well, apart from Tom Cruise. Well, I meant an Oscar.
Nice.
Thanks.
Best Actor's interesting because they're all big names and it could literally go to any of them.
Sure.
They're not going to give it to Cumberbatch purely because he's a Marvel guy. I don't think they give it to Will Smith either. It could go to Andrew Garfield. Yeah,
sure, why not?
Why not?
Bring it home. Bring it home for Britain.
Absolutely. We done on the Oscars?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's bullshit awards anyway. Don't mean anything.
I just wanted to pay a quick tribute to Douglas Trumbull.
Okay.
Who passed away this week. He was a visual effects wizard.
Oh, wizard.
You will have seen his work. He helped design and put together the worlds of Blade Runner.
Yep.
2001: Space Odyssey, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and pioneered a lot of the techniques that allowed these to exist.
Yeah.
His father was also a visual effects artist, so it ran in the family. His father, Donald, worked on the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, so that family's like OG Hollywood. They've been there for the whole time.
But, obviously a great loss, a really talented guy. Do you know what the last movie that Douglas Trumbull worked on was?
Oh, God. What is it?
It's a bottom of the stream movie.
One we've done?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And is it effecty? Is there special effects in it? Good special effects? When did we do it? Recently?
I want to say maybe season 3.
Wow.
3 or 4.
Was that?
Middle.
Was it a time travel-y one?
No.
Oh, I don't know then. I'm never going to get it.
The last movie that he worked on was The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot.
Was it really? Yeah. Wow, I never would have got that.
Which was a lovely little movie.
It was there wasn't a lot of special effects in it.
No costumes.
I remember saying that the Bigfoot costume was garbage at the time.
There was some big fire explosions and stuff like that.
Yeah. What I've just found interesting in this article is that when it's talking about his dad and how he worked on The Wizard of Oz, he also worked on Star Wars Episode 4. That's a big, long career between those two films. Yeah. That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Rest in peace.
I thought it was worth mentioning.
Rest in peace, Douglas Trumbull. That's it for news. What's this? We've got a link here on its own.
I found a cool website.
Oh, Nick's found a cool website. I love a cool website.
And it's kind of related to the movie we're watching this week.
Okie dokie.
So this week we are, if you come back here on this very feed, you will find us talking about a movie called Under the Shadow.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I've got it right, haven't I?
You have got it right.
And I chose it, so I should know what the movie was called. A horror movie?
Yes.
Got a few jump scenes in it?
Yeah.
I've found a website called where'sthejump.com.
Okay.
In which you can type in a movie and it will give your movie a rating out of 5 on the jump scale.
As in how many jump scares are in it?
Correct, and how effective they are. And it will also list where the jump scares are in the movie if you are really against them and you want to be prepared.
What a great idea.
It also ranks them, so you've got the highest rated jump scare movies, the lowest. It's also got it for TV shows, and then it's got the individually it splits out the scares so you can see what's the individual best.
What the actual best jump
scares are.
So what do they reckon the best jump scare is? Let's have a look.
So you've got, it goes through a lot of the classic tropes. So American Werewolf in London, these sort of fake, it was a dream jump scare.
Yeah.
People jumping out of closets, like in The Ring. Yeah.
What an interesting website.
And you can see the sort of clips that are linked there as well. It's really cool. You've got Carrie, the hand coming out of the
classic jump scare.
How many times is that? Yeah, we've seen that done elsewhere.
That still makes me jump every time I watch it.
So you can type in a movie and it will give you the rating.
Can we type in Under the Shadow?
Yeah, let's do that since we're talking about that on Thursday.
My hands won't go around my microphone. It's come up as well.
Yeah. So the jump scare rating for Under the Shadow is 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
Which I don't think is too bad. So if you go back up, you get a little summary. And it would say, so for example for this, the jump scare rating. After a slow start, Under the Shadow has a large number of jump scares in the second half. I won't read the next bit, but it pulls out a particular one.
We're both nodding at each other right now.
That it is extremely effective and will most likely cause most viewers to jump. I about had to change my pants at that particular one.
That particular one.
So come back on Thursday and we'll talk about it.
I don't really fall for jump scares very often because I feel like you can see them coming a lot of times. And you could see that one coming. Yeah. But when it come, I nearly shit myself.
You get a synopsis of the movie, you get a bit of info, how many jump scares are in it. So again, with this example, Under the Shadow, it says there are 9 jump scares, 4 major, 5 minor. I'm not sure there was that many. How you
it tells you if it's on Netflix or not as well, which is interesting.
And then you go down later in the entry for the movie, and you get the timestamp and what they actually are, where the jump scares are. So, yeah,
how interesting.
I
don't know why there's a picture of Dracula in the middle of the screen, but
I just think, along with where'sthejump.com and doesthedogdie.com, you can trigger warning yourself for as much as you want for any movie.
You can watch any movie you want as long as you're reading up about it beforehand. That's really interesting. Good find that, Nick. We'll put a link into the Discord at some point.
Where'sthejump.com.
Where'sthejump.com.
Go just have fun. I spent a little time, quite a little bit of time browsing around it, and it was quite interesting. So.
News done?
That's all the news.
News done.
And miscellaneous information.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've actually watched quite a lot this week.
I've watched a fair bit this week too.
Shall I go first?
Yes.
I have completed Boba Fett.
Okay, how was it? How did it end?
It's still a mess.
Okay.
I've decided that, it's really sneaky because basically if you watch The Mandalorian, the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And you thought, wow, wait till season 3 comes. I'm not that interested in that Boba Fett character who was a cameo. Then you're going to be really confused when the 3rd season of The Mandalorian starts.
So is this
because a load of stuff's happened and you'll be like, what?
Is this like season 2.5 of The Mandalorian?
Yeah, basically.
Right, okay.
Which I think was not on the tin.
No, it's not what they described it as.
It's a mess.
Would you be confused if you hadn't seen The Mandalorian?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There is definitely intertwining.
Right. So it's obviously a shared universe, but to the point where you need to have seen the others.
But I think all the previews was like, oh, well, this is going to be quite a small scale story. It's going to be, but like Star Wars, the crime syndicate. You know, it's Boba Fett trying to, and his character is terrible. It's this legendary character that's been around for 40 years in Star Wars. Yeah. And you don't know anything more about him by the end of the series. They've not moved the character on.
That's a bit of a crime, isn't it? It was surely the time to justify this character's existence.
And literally the way it comes across is 4 episodes in, we've got bored of that guy. Let's go back to the Mandalorian. See what we're doing with the people we like.
Not a good recommendation there from Nick. I'm not going to watch it.
I didn't. So, can't say I didn't enjoy it, but there's so much wrong with it.
Okay.
It's a mess.
Cool. Anything else?
I watched The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.
All of it?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Once I got in tune with it,
yeah,
I really liked it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Is getting in tune with it.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Woman in the Window?
No.
Okay.
You blasted it so much, I was just like, I can't be bothered to go with this.
No, it's good though, isn't it? That last episode is just crazy.
Yeah.
I counted 6 twists in that episode. And there's like so many other tropes in there as well. Yeah. It's just funny. It's good.
I love the guy just fixing the mailbox.
Yeah, for the whole series. Because I was like, something's going on with him. It must be. And then that was just all a great big MacGuffin, and nothing came with it. Brilliant. And that cameo at the end.
Oh, crazy!
What is that all about?
Crazy.
Where did that come from?
Can we spoil it? I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a huge Hollywood actress in
the last episode.
Yeah, one scene.
Yeah. I've spoiled it. That's brilliant. I was like, fucking. And it was bizarre.
Well, I was really confused because I'm a big fan of Community.
Yes.
And you went, there's a huge cameo in the last episode, and then the dean from Community, Jim Rash, is the air hostess.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, amazing, it's him. And then I was like, what the fuck's going on? I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good fun.
It's a fun parody played straight, but actually the story is really good as well. It gets you invested.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Good.
I also watched Murderville.
Have you watched all of them as well?
All of them.
Same. I did them all in one day. I did it all on Saturday.
Which is Will Arnett's sort of improvised.
It's a remake of Murder in Successville.
Yeah. Which I've never seen.
I haven't. And do you know why? I went to watch it this week. And do you know why I can't see it?
Why?
It's on BritBox.
Oh.
It's only available on BritBox. It's not even on the iPlayer.
There you go.
So I nearly signed up for a 7-day trial of BritBox, but I didn't. I do want to watch it though. I might have to find it in other.
So he gets a celebrity guest every episode to help him solve the crime. He plays the detective Terry Seattle.
Terry Seattle.
Great name.
But the celebrity guest doesn't get the script.
No.
They're completely improvising everything they do.
And they have to solve the murder at the end of the episode.
It's brilliant.
They vary.
Yeah, they're all.
And that's not necessarily down to the guest.
No, there's one that stands out above the rest.
Yeah, so like Conan O'Brien.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that one, but it was easy for him. You could tell it was in his wheelhouse, couldn't you? Yeah, and he wasn't flummoxed by anything that was thrown at him.
No,
because he could think on his feet.
And it's funnier when they're when they're into it and they're confused by it and they're laughing at it.
I think we're both thinking the same episode. The Camille Najani episode.
So good.
Because he's just like, he's a bit guarded, and then and Arnett picks up on it, and he puts him through the ringer, doesn't he?
It really does. And then, but then when he goes, what's his name? Kamal.
Yeah.
When he goes for it and gets involved in it, Will Arnett can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
And it was him trying not to laugh that was really creasing me. Because
it's the best one.
It is the best one.
When he's walking down the hallway doing his... He tries to make him do a cool walk, and then he's got to do like an ugly walk.
Yeah.
And that I actually had tears.
I did as well. Randomly enough, I watched that on my phone whilst I was waiting for my dad the other day.
Right.
I was sat in the car watching it, and I was crying. I must have the right moron sitting in this car park. But it's so funny.
I'd like to see more, and it's
I hope they'll do more. The Ken Jeong one's really good as well.
Yeah, Ken Jeong just gives up all pretense of trying to keep a straight face.
Yeah, he has no clue. He's just laughing.
Yeah, he just breaks all the way through.
Yeah,
the bit when they're in prison, they're talking to the Irish guy. Really funny.
It's a high recommend from me, I think. They're all great. There's just some that are really great.
Yeah.
Even the Sharon Stone one's really good. It's just probably not as good as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Who was the other one? Oh,
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch, which I couldn't understand a word that guy was saying.
No, he was funny, though.
But he was very funny. And then the Annie Murphy
from Schitt's Creek.
She was really good as well. They're all really good, but I'd highly recommend Murderville. It's good fun.
It was a good half-an-hour show. Really funny.
Really funny.
I'm nearly there. One more thing from me.
Okay.
Last night.
Yep.
Just put the first episode on. Liked it so much, watched the second episode.
Oh, good.
Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Reacher.
Oh, right, okay.
Brilliant.
Really?
Yeah, I'm only going on the first 2 episodes. I'm totally invested.
Oh, I'm in the market.
They've nailed him.
Really?
Absolutely got him. Yeah, I don't know if you've read any of the books.
I haven't.
I've not read all of them. I've read quite a few.
Okay.
And God, they got him just right.
Oh, okay.
Everything that was wrong with Tom Cruise being this guy.
That's interesting because I'm in the market for a new show, so maybe I'll go with that then.
Yeah. Cool. It's violent.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love a violent show.
Yeah. I think you'd like it. I'm really into the, like I say, first 2 episodes, and it's got me hooked.
I will check that out. Is that you done?
I'm done.
I've had a documentary week.
Oh, lovely.
I have watched 2 documentaries this week. I want to talk about both of them. One of them is on Netflix, one isn't. I watched the Tinder Swindler.
Yeah.
I just put it on. I think it was Sunday night because I was like, I'll be honest, I watched it because I wanted to talk about it on here.
Sure.
Because it's a big news on Netflix. Still number 1 on the Netflix charts. It's brilliant.
Oh, is it really good?
It's a really fascinating story of how this guy did what he did.
Yeah.
Is mind-boggling. Because to do it, you would need a staff of logistic experts. I have no idea how he's
got like 8 phones on the go.
Yeah, but he's conning women out of hundreds of thousands of dollars by living this lavish lifestyle, which the previous woman is still paying for.
Yeah.
So the logistics of who's knowing who's paid for what.
Yeah. And when he's got to start on the next target.
Yeah. And then there's 3 women basically in this documentary, and the one who brought him down, she is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because the way she did it was so clever, and it's a high recommend from me. It's a really interesting show.
Cool.
And the fact that this guy did all this without breaking a single law in what he did, he's still not in prison.
Yeah.
He's been to prison for something unrelated, which they caught him for because of this, but it wasn't because of what he was doing to these women.
Wow. And
he's still out there. He's still living the life in Dubai. He's fine. He's happy. He's still rich for somehow. Yeah. So there's a possibility he's still doing it because he isn't breaking any laws by doing it. Tinder have banned him from the site now, and I think most of the dating apps as well.
Yeah,
but it's brilliant. Honestly, it's
I've
really. It's on for ages. It's on for 2 hours, so it's a long time for a documentary film, but it's good. And I also watched another documentary this week. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's called Class Action Park.
I have heard of it.
It's wonderful. Honestly, it's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. It's fascinating that the place ever existed. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
So Action Park was a theme park in New Jersey in the 80s/early 90s.
Yeah.
And it was just run by complete morons who just tried to get away with anything and everything that they could. And it was basically a death trap for years. Have you seen the documentary?
No, I've just heard that it needs to be watched.
It definitely needs to be watched. It's a Sky documentary, so unless you've got Now TV, I don't think you're going to be able to see it.
Yeah.
So it's a water park, and they had this ride. I won't tell you all about it, but I'll tell you about this ride. Right?
Sure.
Do you know, like a standard water slide?
Yes.
This one's got the loop at the bottom. So it's a water slide with a loop at the bottom. It's enclosed.
Of course it is.
It's an enclosed water park slide, right? So when it was first designed, they tested it on crash test dummies to see if it worked.
Fine.
And it worked. So the water was powerful enough to get you around it. But every one of the crash test dummies either came out beheaded or dismembered.
Oh, okay.
So the guy was like, I'll send my son down, see how he gets on. So they put him in his like full hockey gear, and he went down and survived it. So then he was like, right, we'll test this out now on the employees. So he offered the employees of the park who were between 14 and 16. He was employing kids to work in this park. It was never there himself. The oldest manager on site was 16. So they employed these kids, and he said, I'll give you $100 when you get to the bottom of the ride.
Yeah.
Back in the early 80s, that's a lot of money. So these guys were going down it and literally coming out all battered and bruised, concussed, everything. And then after a couple of days, they started coming down and they'd got cuts and grazes all over them. And they couldn't understand where this had come from. So they've got a hatch in the top. So they go into this top, Do you know what it was that was cutting them,
No
ripping
idea.
them up? It was the teeth of the previous riders that
Oh,
got embedded in the ride and was ripping people apart as they were going down the slide.
that is sick.
It's a crazy story. It's a really interesting show, and how it stayed. 6 people died there, and it stayed open for like 14 years or something stupid.
Wow.
It's fascinating. It's really, really good. My brother recommended it to me, so shout out to him. But it's a really good documentary. I'd highly recommend it. It's incredible. And the water was like spring water, so it was ice cold. So people would hit the water and then just pass out because it was so cold. It was just, it's madness. It's a great story. Highly recommend. It's called Class Action Park. I think Johnny Knoxville made a film about it.
I think that is on Netflix.
Is it really?
I think so. The movie version.
I think the movie's called Action Park or something along those lines. But no, I've not seen it. But yeah, the documentary is well worth checking out. The guy was a crazy person. And it's really good fun all the way through until they interview a woman whose son died there. And then it's like, yeah, this isn't funny anymore. Yeah. This is like real. How this was allowed to happen was beyond me. But that's it. That's everything I've watched this week.
Quite the week we've had.
We've had a good week. So we're flying through this. We've just got one thing left to do that we've both watched, hopefully.
Yeah.
Cutler, episode 7. Extend your rod to me, Nick.
Here you go.
Thank you. What did you think of episode 7 of Cutler?
I thought it was setting up the finale, wasn't it?
100%. That's what it was there for. Penultimate episode.
It was moving the players into their
yeah.
sort of final positions.
Yes.
I think what I said still stands. Tor.
Yeah.
The guy who's having it away with a younger version of his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Absolute piece of work.
It really is.
That guy can just go in the sea.
So her son turned up in this episode.
Yes. He travelled to... Again. And it made me laugh because he was like...
They called it out as well.
Tor said, you need a permit to go over it. And the guy was like, oh, they just waved me over.
Yeah, because there'd been a car accident because of what the kid did last week. Yeah, they actually called themselves out on that, I think, because you're not allowed on this island, and every episode somebody's turned up. So, yeah, I think they called themselves out a little bit there.
Darry, the geologist guy,
he
actually went into the crater.
Yeah, that was definitely a finale setup, wasn't it?
And we saw the doppelgangers being birthed, I guess, coming out of the...
So we know now that these things are not... They are like...
It's aliens.
It's aliens.
You called
it in episode 1.
It's going to be aliens.
I said to you it's going to be bollocks if it was aliens, and it's aliens.
It's a meteorite that's been hidden by the glacier.
It's been hidden under the glacier for so many years, and now the volcano's melting the glacier.
Yeah.
That these doppelgangers are able to come out.
And Daddy comes back with a sample, and it's basically like this gelatinous goo that like forms. It can copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it's heading. It's always where it's heading, but I don't hate it. I don't like.
I think it had earned.
I think it has earned it. I think you're right.
It didn't just drop it on, did it?
No, it didn't just go,
there's been hints about these folk tales about changelings. And...
Yeah. I'm intrigued to see where it's going. There was one line in this week, so I don't know why, but it really made me laugh.
Okay.
So Grima's talk. So people actually started talking to each other in this episode.
Yes, finally people are communicating, which has been my big frustration.
Yeah, which has been our biggest bugbear all the way through. So Grima's talking to, what's the geologist guy name?
Darry.
So they're all talking about all these doppelgangers have turned up, and your son's turned up, and my sister's turned up, and now I've turned up. And he says, "Oh, you've a copy of you's turned up," and she's like, because he hasn't heard of this, he just thinks it's dead people. And she's like, yeah, she's a bit like me, but she's probably a bit happier with her life. Yeah. It really made me laugh because she is a miserable cow.
Although she's still not communicated well enough because her husband was out. She left him. We said this last week. She left him a note saying, "I've gone out.
Yeah,
the other woman's not me," or something.
Yeah, he doesn't believe it at all.
Yeah, and then the other woman like
seduced him,
and she comes back, and the husband's in bed with her doppelganger,
thinking it's her.
She doesn't even go in and say,
I've got a real problem with Grima. I think she's just like stupid.
She just walks away and lets them go at it.
Yeah.
That's not how a person would act.
No, it's not. And I
know she's been through a lot because we see a flashback to her watching her mother walk into the city.
Yeah. Because her sister did at the end of this episode.
Yeah. And the doppelganger of her sister did the same.
Because she goes up to her sister and she finds out during the episode that her sister is dead.
Yeah.
They've got the DNA results, but also her sister is here.
Yeah. So
she goes up to this doppelganger and she's like, the dead body is you. Look, here's the paperwork. So the doppelganger just goes and walks off into the sea.
Yeah, but that's kind of... Because Asa, her sister says, "Oh, so I'm not real.
I'm not
I don't
real,
really." You know.
But then just walks off into the sea.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit strange, but I'm intrigued to see what the last episode... That could have been a finale. I would have been happy with that as a finale, so I'm intrigued to see where it's going with the last episode.
We need to know what happens with this murderous kid.
Evil
changeling kid.
Because he's like an evil one. So is he an evil one because the kid was a little bit messed up?
Yeah, they're like a bit sort of
hyper versions of themselves. Yeah.
Overall,
I think it's been a great show. There's a couple of weak episodes, and it's not the dub's not great sometimes. But the dub's good, but it's not. Some of them are bad.
Yeah.
The woman who plays Grievous.
Well, come back on Thursday and we'll talk about bad dubs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the dub then of that?
No, I just tried it out.
Okay.
And everyone had an American accent.
Yeah, there was that problem. Which Katla doesn't have.
No.
Because everybody's got like an Icelandic or Swedish accent.
Yeah.
But it also then makes them feel a bit like stunted with their English.
Yeah.
They're just all monotonous, monotones. Especially the woman who's playing Grima. Very monotone. But yeah, we've got the finale to do next week.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that in a
minute.
minute.
See if it ties up.
Then we're going to need to pick another one.
We will.
I don't know what's going on, what's going to happen next.
We'll work it out.
We'll figure it out. Have we got anything else we need to talk about?
I think that's it for me. Just come back on Thursday. We're talking about Under the Shadow.
This is your wild card.
An Iranian ghost story, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. It is a ghost story.
We'll go through that. We'll see where that ranks in the stream table.
See what you've done with your wild card this season. Cool. Yeah, so do that. Go and check us out on all the socials. And then come back on Thursday to talk about Under the Shadow.
Cheers.
Bye.